Liquidity and Forex part 3 of 3. Alright guys, so if you haven't watched part 1 and part 2, then you're absolutely playing yourself. You guys need to go back and watch part 1, soak it up, take down your notes, then move on to part 2 and do the same thing. What to expect in part 3? So I'm going to provide you with a walkthrough trade video of running liquidity, and then I'm going to explain to you guys on how to download this PowerPoint for free. There's a few things I've noticed here right now. So first off, there's relative equal lows over here. So we know that there is liquidity down here on GBP USD. There's also some liquidity on the top side. So let's go ahead and mark it up. I've noticed these equal highs up here. So once again, they don't have to be perfect. They can be slanted. They can be a few pips off. It doesn't matter. This is what I'm going for right now. Also, one other thing as well is this is the previous day's high. I'm interested in this up here too. So let's go ahead and work out an entry now. I didn't want this entry. I did want the entry down here, but I've missed that one for now, so it's all good. So this would have been perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in now actually. There we go. This is our buy. So I am bullish right now and I want to see price really attack that top side liquidity. We've already taken out some liquidity from the Asia session over here. We've also taken out more liquidity. There was a little trend line liquidity here, or a liquidity pool as well. So let's go ahead and mark up this level. So here is triple low. This is the Asia low. So we've taken out that liquidity, the sell side liquidity, the sell stops beneath there. With this move down lower, we've also had a little liquidity, or a trend line liquidity, or a liquidity pool that we manipulated here. But then we came down to this low and we responded off of that. So now we've also generated liquidity here. So this liquidity I want to see gets taken out later. This is not the one I'm after right now. This is the one they've generated now to run later. What I'm looking to do now is take GU higher above these highs, above the intraday high primarily. That's why I'll be taking partials, and then I'll look to take it to the previous day's high. All right, so guys, we are moving quite nice. So let's just go to the 50-minute time frame. So we're moving quite nice, guys. Everything right now is telling me that we're looking to run above these highs. So what I would like to see now is I would like to see price close above this candlestick here. If we can close above this candlestick here, then we should be shooting up to get to above this area where there's liquidity and above this high here. So just an update for you guys. What's happened so far? GU has created another equal highs over here. So you guys can see it right here. Some traders will normally use this as a sell signal to take price lower, but I'm going to use that for liquidity. I'm going to use that as a draw on price. So draw on price higher above this high, and to take out the previous day's high, and then I'll be more comfortable with price going to the downside. My initial objective right now is to run out these relative equal highs and get above this previous day's high. So don't panic when you start seeing equal highs form. This is not a signal to sell. I know some people like to believe that, but it's not true. It's not a signal to sell. This, for me, whenever I see relative equal highs or relative equal lows, I'm only thinking liquidity. It's all about money. Where is the money in the market? The money's above here. I'm going to be targeting higher. Back again with another update. So like I just said, when you see these relative equal highs, people might take it as a sell signal. So let's just see from this high where it dropped about what, 19 pips. People might be thinking, so this might be the signal that we need to take it lower. They might have seen an engulfing candle. That's another thing that they like to use, traders like to use for confirmation. So this candle here would have engulfed the previous one, and so because of that, then they would have jumped to themselves and all of that. But guys, we see something different. We see money, we see liquidity, and when we see liquidity, we can't unsee it. We know what the draw on price is. For now, we've not taken out this high yet. So let me zoom in. For now, we've not taken out this high yet, but we will be taking out that high. And like I said, we're going to be looking to close off our trade at this previous day's high. And the reason I'm saying previous day's high is because above relative equal highs or above consolidation, folks start to put their stop loss within 10 to 30 pips of that high. So if I bring up my ruler tool here, measure up how high the difference between this high and this high. So look, here to here, it's only about 14 pips. This is why I'm targeting here to finalize or close off the full trade. Only a 14 pip difference to get to this high, and I believe we should be able to do that. All right, guys, now we have run out the relative equal highs. I'm going to go ahead and move my stop loss to break even now. So I'll move my stop loss to break even now, and I'm going to wait for price to get to this high over here. And then I'll be closing off the trade. I was meant to take off 8% here, which is what I'm going to do now, actually. I'm going to take off 8% because it did get above here. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, cool. So I've just taken off 80% because we traded above this high, even though I kind of missed it here because I was a little bit busy, but we've traded above it. I'm happy with that. And now I've taken off 8% of the trade. I'm going to let the rest ride to get to this level here. Hey guys, so here's the final update for the GU trade. You can see our TP level was hit. Let's go ahead and put my executions on so you guys can see it for yourself. There we go. So you can see this is where I entered here. I took partials when price got to these highs. So it's just a little bit underneath this level here. And then the final TP got hit right here. So that was an example of liquidity trading, or like I like to say, trading towards the money. So guys, right now I'm looking at USD Swiss. You guys know the liquidity trading strategy. If I'm bullish, I would like to wait for sell side liquidity to be taken first before looking to get active. So let's run this up. Can you guys guess where I'm in on this trade? I'm in this trade, I'm buying at the moment. Can you guys guess where I am in this trade? Just pause the screen and just have a guess. Knowing what you've learned from the liquidity trading series, guess where I'm in from. So I've put some annotations on. So all I've done right here is I've put on some vertical lines to separate out the days. That's all I've done. We've been dropping all week. And I forgot to mention this. Well, I did mention it, but I forgot to add it into the recording, so I'm doing it now. For those who are wondering what that gray area is and why I expected price to rise from there, it's because it had traded down into this daily imbalance over here. So if I just zoom out, this is the inefficiency that I was looking at. We got this kind of 6-week high. We got this one's low. Only buy side offered, no sell side whatsoever in here. This is why sell side's offered to the market. Now I expect price to turn around. So this is the gray shaded area that you're seeing right now. And what happened today? We ran out sell side liquidity. You guys know what's going on with that. You guys know there would have been people thinking that this would have been some kind of double bottom. If I just move this to the right now, you can see that's the equal lows. You know there's going to be sell stops beneath there. When I say sell stops, I mean your stop loss. For those people who are looking to buy from here, they're going to be looking to buy from here. And also people that want to do breakout selling. So when price dropped here, this was them getting taken out the trade. And there was also the folks who do breakout selling. They were activated into the trade. Prices moved higher, and so they would be in drawdown right now. So you have to ask yourself this question. This has been the one question that's been posed to you guys for every single one of these episodes. Where are there willing participants who would want to continue my trade? Pause the screen one more time and just jot down where you believe there's going to be willing participants who want to continue a buy. Whilst you guys are figuring out where are the willing participants who would want to continue this trade, I'm going to show you guys where I entered from. You guys know we like to enter when price is running out sell side liquidity. With this liquidity trading strategy, you don't have to enter there. You don't have to enter when price is dropping, although that would be ideal. You don't have to enter there. You don't actually have to enter when price comes back to mitigate the down close candle in here. Just push up higher. We come back down, mitigate this down close candle. Folks coming out of their drawdown positions over here. You don't necessarily have to enter there either. You could enter a bit higher up. So let's go ahead and put my trade on. So this is where I've entered now, because look, price is already filled in this imbalance here. There's an inefficiency here. Price dipped lower, filled in this imbalance. Only buy side was offered here. We then offered sell side. We came in to fill in part of the imbalance, and then we're going. So I can get active here, and then I can be confident that price doesn't want to come back down here, especially with price really pushing to the upside right now. Where is the liquidity now? So where are the people that are willing to continue my trade? There's going to be people above this high. And what I'm going to do as well, I'm not going to mark up every single one of them. There'll be multiple highs, but I'm going to mark up the main ones that will really be drawing price right now. So we've got previous day's high and buy stops. This is going to be a target. We also got Tuesday's high, which is also going to be another set of buy stops up here that we could also target. And then we have the week's high, the intra week's high. So what I'm looking to do though, because of where I've entered, this is now a scalp. So I'm going to be taking price to the previous day's high. I'll take off 80% and let the rest ride to get to the Tuesday's high. That's all I'm going to look to do. Nothing else. We don't need to push it any further than that. So you guys know from where I'm in, which is down here, to this level, that's 21 pips. The runner is going to run for roughly about 50 pips. The beauty of this whole liquidity trading strategy is that you don't have to catch it from these lows. You can catch it when price is moving higher, especially if all inefficiencies have been cleaned up. This is a clear move to go and take out buy side liquidity. And like I said, I wasn't going to mark up every single one. I could have marked up this one here too, this one right here too. I could have done that, but just for the sake of keeping the chart nice and clean, this is what I'm marking up as. This one, that one, and that one. All right, guys, so we are back again with another update. We are about to take out these previous day's highs, the liquidity, the buy stops up here. The main reason I wanted to show you guys this was because I wanted to show you guys that you didn't have to catch it from the very low. because to catch it from the very low, it's going to require some skill. It's going to require lots of back testing and forward testing and all of that. You're not always going to be able to catch it from the very low. Sometimes you might even miss this entry down here. There's going to be other opportunities along the way. This is one of the latest entries. Once we run this high, that's when I'm going to move my stop loss to break even. Other than that, your boy ain't moving it. Your boy ain't moving it. We're holding this trade and we're taking it to buy side. And there's literally people waiting here right now. They're probably thinking, oh, can't wait for this to break out. They're getting ready, whether they like it or not. When I'm saying whether they like it, that's the folks that want to do the breakout buying. And then when I said or not, that's the folks that don't want this high to be broken. It's going to get taken because price is drawn towards the money. If they've already taken sell side liquidity, where is the opposing liquidity on the buy side? Hence why we are looking to take buy side liquidity. All right, guys, I've turned my hat backwards. I've taken off my jacket because we're about to run out some liquidity. I want to be ready for this. Let's just wait for this to happen. It should be happening any moment now. If this part 3 confuses you, then you need to run back part 1 and 2. Part 1 of this whole series is the liquidity fundamentals. Part 2 is actually learning about how to trade liquidity and me explaining my liquidity trading strategy. And then part 3 is showing you guys and walking you guys through how it actually works. So guys, yeah, we're about to run it out. We're just waiting peacefully. Let these folks here believe that this level is going to hold. Let them do it, guys. It's all good. They can get a sell candlestick here. I don't care. I'm not bothered by it. This will give them the false confirmation that it is looking to be sold from here, and then we should blast up to the upside. It's just a false sign to sell price at the moment. Imagine this. Why would you be looking to sell just because it comes to a magical level? There's no reason to sell because it comes to a level that you believe hold last time, so it should hold this time. There's none of that. Price is drawn towards the money, and so this place here stands no chance whatsoever. If you were selling from here, let's just say you were selling from here, would you feel comfortable with knowing that prices come back all the way to your entry? And would you still be wanting to hold on? No. Of course you wouldn't. Or some folks would do. I know I held on still, you know, back in the day, man. I was like, listen, it's either I'm losing or I'm winning. And yeah, there was lots of losses. But anyway, guys, I would not feel comfortable if I was selling from here. Why would price come up here one more time just before dropping? Why would it come to this magical level before dropping? We've already run out the intraday highs. Buy stops have been taken. Run out all of these highs. The buy stops up here, they don't stand a chance. Because there's buy stops up here, I'm going to sell some here. Then I'm going to sell some more here. You have to see trading that way. Offload it to the willing participants and keep offloading it to them until when you're out the trade. And let them carry their full position to wherever they want to get to. But that's what we're looking at right now. Next 4 to 15 minutes, we're going to be running this out. And I'll come back when I've either, if I can record it at the time, whether I'm taking partials or whether I've just taken partials. Because sometimes I try to get the recording all ready. And by then prices really dipped a bit and it just doesn't look perfect anymore. All right, guys, your boy's back. We've taken partials now. I did get distracted, but I'm going to go ahead and take partials now. That's 80% close off the trade. I'm also going to move my stop loss beneath a low. So let's go ahead. I've gone down the time frame. Let's move it here. This is a scalp, so I'm not looking for price to even get back down here. There we go. So I've gone ahead and moved my stop loss as well. I've moved it beneath this low. I want this low to hold. Yeah, I don't want to see price come back down here. If it does, it's all good. But I've already taken off 80%. But you guys know where the rest of those buy stops are. We've just given some to these folks. So now what I want to see, guys, if we can get up here. Here's our next agenda. Once you've hit yours and you've taken partials, look about what is the next agenda. Where's the next set of buy stops? It's above here. I told you guys about what was happening here. If they got a little rejection, I didn't care about it. And I told you guys where the buy stops that I was looking to target. So already 80% has already been taken off. I'm going to move my stop loss high now. I can leave it here. This is a 20% runner that I'm leaving on to take out this liquidity here. The moment price gets up here, I'm closing off the trade, guys. The moment price gets up there, I'm closing out the trade. That's going to be the trade done. All right, guys, we're about to get taken out the trade. There we go, guys. That's running buy side liquidity.